welcome to Crystal Waters. I'm here with Dynamite Baits. It's full of stunning, huge fish. We've got 5 days ahead of us. Let's go and see what we can catch. Well, good morning. First night at Crystal. Bit of a rush setting up yesterday. It was a quiet night for myself and Gaz. I don't know whether anyone else has had any action through the night, but we're going to have a wander around shortly. Speak to some of the guys, check out what they're doing, hopefully capture some of these fish on film. Catch up with you in a minute. Not quite what we came here for, but this cheeky little monkey grabbed my boilie on the way in.
Alright lads, Spirit and Octopus did it again. Nice 16 kilo mirror from Crystal Waters. Very nice fish, very happy with that. The other fish was 18 kilo, so not too bad. Do it in a combination with a fluoro pop-up, Spirit Octopus and 15 mil Spirit Octopus boiling. £22.4.
That's your first common, Dave?
First common session, yeah.
We said it was 22.
22.4, not a massive fish, but very welcome all the same, lovely looking fish. Little nick where the hook's just been, so I'm just going to put a little bit of treatment on that. perfection. It's nicely once it goes back into the lake. So we're going to take a little bit of time out from the fishing here at Crystal Waters to go around some of the guys and talk about some of their favourite tactics using some of Dynamite's new products for 2016. First up, needs no introduction really, red ammo. Twist on our famous Monster Tiger Nut bait, nice fruit palatant to it. One of Gary Madison's favourites. Here he is demonstrating one of his tricks he's used over the past winter to trip up some really tricky carp, up to 30 pound plus from some of his local lakes.
Hi, I want to show you a new product from the Dynamite camp today. This is grubby ground bait. As it says on the bag, it's a carpet feed. This is not solely for carp fishing, although that's what I'm using it for today. All species of fish, as we know, love ground bait. And this has got some amazing ingredients in it. I'm just going to read them off to you. Snails and invertebrates, tiger nut meal in there, there's pressed hemp in there, oyster shell, aminos, peptides, which I'm told is blood. And the smell is just amazing. So the way I'm going to use it today is mix this up. I've got some going already in here, just using the lake water. There you go. And I'm forming this into egg-sized balls, so they're nice and firm. I think ground bait is something that's missed out a lot in carp fishing. All fish love ground baits, and I think this is a great product and will serve us well in carp fishing. So just forming up a few of these balls, and the idea of these is using a spawn rod. On the end of it, I'm using a slingshot on the end, and that's straight off your rod, no weights, nothing, just as it is, available in all tackle shops. And there you go, there's a cup in the middle, and that's about the size, as I say, egg-sized balls, straight in there. Using my marker float or a sight line, the area I want to feed, I'll just get these made up and launch these out using the rod. Good thing as well, unlike a spod or a spawn, you haven't got to reel it back in. The slingshot just drops away at the tip of the rod, and that just fires out. So it's quite a quick process of baiting up and back to using this fantastic smelling and alluring ground bait. So that's your grubby ground bait. Let's see it in action. Okay, well, probably the smallest carp that lives in Crystal Waters, but the future. But just proof in the pudding, or proof in the grubby ground bait, we should say, that the grubby ground bait balls that we put out yesterday does work. And as small and perfect as it is, it obviously did like the grubby ground bait. So get on it, try it out. Something that's become used a lot more in our carp fishing is zig fishing, and because of this, at Dynamite we've now created two zig clouds. We've got a muddy mix and we've got a milky mix. Zig fishing really now has become an all year round way of fishing, as fish lay in different levels of water. So the one I'm going to show you today, the milky mix, I mean this can be spooned out if you was fishing close, or the way that I'm going to do it now is I'm going to use a spom and just spom it out. So the consistency of this will just be like a soup really. So lake water mix, which smells absolutely gorgeous, and it goes. Well, that's good. And obviously the idea of this, using this soup style mix, is to create a cloud around where we're zig fishing. You gradually absorb the water. Really, that's the consistency that we're looking for there. Just like a soup mix. Just like a failed porridge, really. So there's our mix. Let's put it into action. There you go, 46.6 of really angry crystal waters mirror carp. Second fish of the session. Same bait as the last one, we'll take a close look at that in a bit. Beautiful, made up, well happy.
Morning guys, second night over and done with. Got a few fish on film yesterday, it was a busy day. Me and Gaz were up till 2:30 this morning drinking tea, and we were listening to fish crashing out just down to our left hand side in the corner of the lake where no one's fishing. So I'm going to up sticks later on, make the move, and then tonight when I get the rods out, or later on this afternoon, hopefully we'll get a bit of action. "10 o'clock in the morning, he's rising from his pit."
Nice both sides, isn't it? Recognise it? It's one of the big ones. This year's 60, yeah. What bait's that, Ben?
That's a sauce, new sauce called Ball Pop Up, 15mm.
Tops. That's a beautiful fish. I'm going to let the camera see it before you do.
Good, you got it?
Yeah, I'm going to.
23.
Just over 23, isn't it?
Yeah. 0 to 60, 0 to 120s they are,
All
so.
clear everywhere, yeah?
Yeah. 50.
Fine.
Lovely.
Fantastic, Ben boy.
With me,
Even
mate.
while I'm out here. It's alright here, isn't it? Hey. It's alright here, isn't it? Thank you to Budgie for making this good.
tiny spots.
Wicked.
Oh,
Yes,
they're nice when you see a 5.0 go back like that. Look at that.
yeah.
That's what you want to see swimming around the pond at home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Literally just put the rod out 40 minutes later, where the fish was showing this morning, and off it went. And that was on a multi-rig with one of the new Source cork ball pop-ups. Now the good thing about these new cork ballers, one BB shot gives you a really nice critically balanced bait. So when you see the pictures of the hook hold of the fish, you'll see how far back in the mouth the fish was actually hooked. Gently pierce the coating. And that will literally just sit there and it wafts down where just that little BB shot, just enough to pull that down.
So new to the range for 2016 from Dynamite Baits, we've created the cork ball pop-ups. We're providing these in a new design tub. They come with a little infusion basket inside, complete with a liquid. And there's 25 plus perfectly rolled baits in there. They're designed super buoyant. They hold their buoyancy up, so you can be sure that if your rig goes out overnight, when you reel it in the next morning, it will retain that buoyancy. Now I'm going to hand you over to Gilles, who's going to tie up a rig, show you how easy these are to mount because they're angler friendly, and then we're going to have a look how they act in the water. On the way down to Peg 14 to see Patrick from Carp Spirit, French company. They've been around for around about 15 years. They've got a lot of interesting bits of terminal tackle. Some of it you might recognise. Okay. So I'm sat here with Patrick in Swim 14. We've got a selection of some of the bits and pieces from Carp Spirit to have a look at. Patrick, I recognise these hooks. Tell me a bit about where they've come from.
This is actually the Ace range. It was taken over by Carp Spirit, and we take the best products of Ace under the number of the name of Carp Spirit.
Excellent. Just looking through some of the other bits and pieces, some real nice hook links, but this looks really interesting. Tell me a bit about that.
And that's a new product, and it's a camel wheat lead core. And if you can see, you have the lead core inside,
Yep.
and camouflaged with.
Yeah, you can see that when you peel the coating back. That's lead core. Nice.
Very interesting product.
Excellent. So Carp Spirit are coming to the UK this year. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Some really useful bits and pieces for your English fishing too. There we go, was that 25.11?
What'd you have it on, Dave?
that is on one of the new baits that we're testing at the moment. It's going to be available March 2017. Been in this swim, moved swims after hearing a few fish crash out last night, seeing a couple head and shoulder during the day. Put the bait out, probably about 3 or 4 kilos of the new bait over the top, and then a little snowman over the top of that, and it's rattled off. Probably been in the water 40 minutes or so. Happy days, first of many hopefully. Well, the move paid off. Had that one 40 minutes after casting out yesterday evening after moving the gear down into swim 13, and just 20 minutes ago it's rattled off again, the middle rod, over the baited spot, and we've got one, a real nice fish actually, sat in the net, so we're going to have a quick look at it and show it to you guys.
Yeah, you can call him black spot.
Yeah, you got a little black spot on it.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so as promised earlier on, we're going to have a very brief look at something just a little bit special. It'll be coming out of the Dynamite stable 2017. It's been 3 years since our last major launch with a carp bait, working very closely with a certain Mr. Hearn on this one, and I cannot get enough of it. Give you a quick glimpse, can't show you too much, can't say much more than that. Check that out. That is a bucket of carp feed. And it smells absolutely epic. Keep your eyes peeled. The results will be coming in. Beautiful.
27 pound that is. One of Crystal's up and coming.
Trying to get the rods out, and this is what we've been having to put up with over the past few days. 1 minute it's, we get a bit of bright sunshine, and then the next minute we're getting these real heavy showers.
Backed by popular demand from loads of different anglers from all across Europe and the UK, as well as Amir himself, we've got 2 old classics from the Dynamite stable. Squid and octopus, and I'm sure all of you remember, spicy shrimp and prawn. Same recipe, same base mix, slightly different packaging, but they're back in the shops now. I'm going to hand you back down to Amir and Christoph, who are both fishing these baits, and talk to them about some of their past captures.
We would like to show you 2 boilies, which is again available by Dynamite after 3 years. Squid and octopus.
And spicy shrimp and prawn.
Squid and octopus is one of my favorite boilies. I caught a lot of fish, up to 70 pounds when I use them. Squid and octopus is now available just in 15mm, but coming soon also out in 10 and 15mm, no 10 and 20mm, and some new pop-ups comes also out, so really interesting bait.
Yeah. I will tell you something about spicy shrimp and prawn. I had lots of nice fish on that bait, and I'm very happy it comes back, and I'm more happy. We got different sizes just at the moment at 50 millimeters, which means 50 millimeter is lovely. I love that size. It's the most bait I'm using, and I had a lot of fish on that, and yeah, very happy. It's back again. So if you want me to show you one of my favorite tricks, I have in the last year a couple of fish on that one. It's a simple stiff rig, but with a screw on it, and it's very nice for the 15 mil. So you just screw it up, and that brings me a lot of fish. It's because also for the careful fish, looks like that. You can cast without a problem and anything, and this is one of my favorite rigs I'm using. Big example with the spicy shrimp and prawn. That's what I mean with the small baits. Very effective rig. So
Okay.
it works.
On the 15mm Salts Cork Bowler again, multi-rig.
What weight's this one going, Ben?
This was 40 on the nose this one. So
Another cracking crystal fish, mate.
54 and a 40, you can't mind with that, can you? Decent bit of fish care after you've hooked them. Any boils or blisters. Make sure you look after them.
That's the end of the session. I'd like to thank Keith and the team here at Crystal Waters for letting Dynamite on the lake the week before the season is due to start. Challenging conditions throughout the week, weather-wise. We've had 350s out, 7 or 8 different 40s, several 30s and 20s. All in all, a fantastic session. Mate, for letting us on.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Good to see some of the good fish, as you say. The weather's been challenging, but really good. And hopefully we'll do it again.
Can't
Safe
wait.
journey home, mate.
Cheers, mate.